Most people think their future is controlled by their goals, but a lot of the time it's controlled by their circle. A lot of you guys don't realize that you are who you surround yourself by. And a lot of people surround themselves by people that's, not necessarily reaching their goals and reaching the dreams that they want to achieve. So they end up being an oddball out. And then slowly but surely, you start becoming more and more like the people who you don't want to be like. Your environment is either helping you progress or it's keeping you back. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. What it do, y'all? It's your boy Truth OTW. You feel me? Put a U at the front of it if I'm feeling fancy. I mean at the back end. It's day 5 of 90. I gotta go on spring break tomorrow, so I don't know if y'all be getting a video tomorrow, but I ain't gonna lie, if I can control it, y'all will get a video tomorrow. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get 10 likes on this video. We almost at 600 subscribers. You feel me? Let's get there. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what we holding out for? So, with that being said, let's get straight into this video. I don't think y'all really understand the true grasp of how much power that people can have on you. For example, you are who you are for a reason. It wasn't just by chance. You are who you are because of how you were raised, the background that you come from, the foundation that your parents have established. You are who you are for a reason. For example, you might have so much goals you want to accomplish. You might have big goals you want to accomplish. You might want to be, the first millionaire in your family, which is all good goals. You got those goals for a reason, whether that may be you was watching videos, whether that may be you gained consciousness and realized that your family wasn't doing the best. Whatever the reason is, you got that way for a reason. Now, the best way to use these goals and use these thoughts to their full extent is by controlling what you can't control and what you can't forget it. Now, I'm going to try to make this more clear. If everybody around you is lazy, you're going to eventually end up lazy. If everybody around you is a crackhead, you're going to eventually end up being a crackhead. If everybody around you is not working towards nothing and just living in the moment, then you're going to eventually lose sight of the vision and start living in the moment. You set the tone for yourself. You set the tone for yourself. If everybody around you is just negative and you're the only positive person in the group, you're eventually slowly going to turn negative just like them. If everybody around you is focused on winning, then eventually you're going to be like, okay, I got to get on my stuff. Like, let me lock in. Because the strongest way to lose sight of your goal, a lot of the reasons why people lose sight of their goal and people get thrown off track is because of their friend group. So I know I done talked about a lot of y'all friend groups in the past, but this is going to be a little bit different. Your friends really can set you back so much. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I think friends are probably a bigger downfall or a bigger liability than they are assets. And let me explain, bro. If you got a friend group right now and you in college and all they talking about is partying, what girl talking to who, you feel me, which girl got the most bodies, whatever. Like, if your friend group constantly talking about when the next party, you feel me, when we going to buy that 3-5, when we going to buy, you feel me, just it's always just spinning, and just constantly a whole bunch of drama and constantly a whole bunch of negativity. Eventually, you're not going to be able to really cultivate those thoughts that you had in your mind about being successful because all that you're around is negativity. And, I'm sure you've heard before, I'm a product of my environment. I don't believe in that statement in a whole sense, but I do believe that there's some truth to that. Your environment does dictate and shape a lot of who you are, and it does determine a lot of where you're going to go in the future. Because if you know better, do better. Like, if you know that your friend group isn't necessarily helping your goals and isn't necessarily benefiting you to a purpose, then, you feel me, maybe it might be time to make some new friends. Because if your friends ain't doing nothing but just hating on other people, they just talking about wasting time, and you the only one in the group that's like, oh, I gotta get on, and I know this life not temporary. If you the only one that's conscious enough and aware that we only got one life, and you the only one doing something about it, you're not gonna really be able to get to what you need to get to, because they gonna be too busy trying to distract you with, oh, come on, let's just do this, let's just do that. And then if you keep staying persistent with it, then they're gonna take it as a personal blow. They're gonna take it, oh, he think he better than us. Oh, yada. You feel me? Like, they're gonna add on more stress for you, and you don't need stress, especially when you're trying to work towards something. You gotta, for example, my advice to you guys would be, bro, take a good look at the people in your circle. Take a good look at the people in your circle. If you are the only one in your circle that's trying to be something better, that's actively trying day by day to try to make something for yourself, for your family, for your legacy, if you're the only one in your circle that's trying to do that, then you need to really take a step back and just do some thinking. I'm not going to tell you cut everybody off, but just really do some thinking. Am I really benefiting anything by being in this circle? Are they getting something from me? Or am I reaching my full potential by being around these people? Really think about it, because you kind of have to, like nowadays, bro, it's 2026, bro. You got to be careful about who you let around. Like a lot of people be slimy, a lot of people be snaking, and you really do have to kind of over or hyper analyze, you know, the people that's around you, because somebody could act like one thing and then later down the line switch up, and then now you get blindsided and you get hit with a whole lot of baggage that you was not expecting because they didn't keep it a buck in the first place. So really think about it. Think about, oh, who motivates me? Who pushes me to be better? Who keeps me focused and not distracted? Like really break it down, because honestly, if you got a friend group of 6, including you, and 4 of those people are just keeping you back and keep distracting you, trying to get you to do other things, just doing this X, Y, and Z, and there's only one other person that's like really trying to like help you and see you win, back away from that friend group and just lock in with that one person. Like, you could keep cool with him, but lock in with that one person, bro. You don't need a big friend group to achieve something or to feel like not lonely. Like a lot of people think that they need like a entourage or like a big group, like to constantly text. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm victim of that too. Like I thought, like, I mean, yeah, it's cool. You feel me? I wanted a lot of people I could just hit up, like, hey, you trying to go, you feel me, go get some food. Like I always wanted that. But realistically, you gotta look back, you gotta sit back and put yourself first. Like, is this what's better for me in this moment? Is this what's best for me in this point in my life? Or is it going to set me back more than it's going to push me forward? You really got to do that thinking. Because a lot of times, like, it's like, again, I'm a religious, bro. So it's saying in the Quran all the time, like, you might like a thing which is bad for you, and you might dislike a thing which is good for you. Like, meaning you might hate, you feel me, the feeling of isolation or the feeling of loneliness. But in that point in your life, in this point in your life, it's probably the best route for you to take. You might love, you know, wanting to be around a lot of people, like, you know, just having different contacts, just being able to call, being able to go out, you know, doing all this extra stuff. You might love the feeling of that, but it might set you back. It might be really bad for your growth as a person and your growth with whatever it is that you're trying to do. So you really have to kind of be mature when it comes to making decisions like this, because again, you might have to make hard decisions sometimes. I made several hard decisions, bro. I make hard decisions every day. Again, I know it's all gonna be worth it in the end, and that's kind of like the futuristic mindset that you gotta have. Like, always enjoy the present, but never lose track of the future. Always enjoy what's going on in the current moment, but never let the current moment distract you from, you know, what happens next. Because again, I think a lot of people have this mindset of, oh, what happens now won't affect me in the future. But a lot of what happens now will affect you in the future. Like a lot of people that spending their time, you know, in these toxic friend groups, talking to toxic women, talking to toxic men, for my ladies watching this, just being around town, just going to parties late night, just doing late night stuff, not really prioritizing work and prioritizing fun right now. Like, a lot of y'all are gonna have to make up for this later, and y'all think it's just peaches and cream right now, but in reality, your whole life could get destroyed by some decisions that you make right now. So y'all got to keep that in mind. Like, you want people that's gonna help you grow. You want people that's going to motivate you. You want people that's going to, you know, push you to be better. You can't be around people that's going to keep you back. If you're the best one, if you're the biggest fish in the pond, then you're going to end up eating the other little fish. Not like metaphorically. Like, if you're the biggest fish in the pond, if you're the biggest one, you know, on the yard, eventually you're not going to have anybody to like look eye to eye with or look up to, or you're not going to have anybody to, you know, to work towards being. Because again, bro, life is about evolution. Life is about growth. And so if you're already on top of everybody that you surround yourself with, then there's no growth. You can't grow down. You have to grow up. So you have to surround yourself with people in a higher stage than you. And you have to surround yourself with people that, you know, have achieved the things that you want to achieve. Because again, that's who you want to be like. Not down here. You already been down here. The fact that you here shows a lot. So, you know, even if it means you might got to cut off some of your best mans down here, you know, you got things you working towards. You can't let a temporary moment or a temporary person delay long-term gratification. You can't. So, you feel me? Your circle determines your standards. It determines your future. It determines a lot. Really analyze your friend. Really, you feel me? Really do some deep thinking, cause you know you might be biting yourself. You might be shooting yourself in the foot. DFG4L, appreciate you for watching. We got to
DFG4L, bitch.